Hey everyone, it's been a while since I make a new video. I just want to update on my progress. So this is my 1 year, 1 month journey. I had my surgery last year, 2022, in Gangnam motion clinic. Yeah, I had it in around end of May, and yeah, so now it's end of June, so it's 1 year, 1 month. So what do you think of results? I feel it's pretty good. Single grafts in front. I'm requested for a straight hairline. Yeah, so it's straight, but even if you look at the hairline, right, it's when it says straight, right, it's not really that straight. There's some bumps, so they want to make it natural, and they all put single grafts. So normally when they put the front hairline, right, they don't use multiple grafts, because we look at multiple grafts, right, that means you look very thick and you look very unnatural. Yeah, it looks like really like those fake hair. And so to me, it looks very good. Of course, you can see, after the first procedure, right, you can see my scalp. But I think that's natural. Even when those went out going for hair transplant, some people, right, you can still see the scalp. So I feel that's very natural. So let me remove my hairband. Yeah, I'm letting my hair grow. Yeah, so there are styles that I can do. Yeah, because I wore my hairband for quite a while, so it's standing up. So you can do the Korean look, the center parting. Yeah, yeah. So I can style it, but right now, because I wore my hairband for quite a while, so it tends to have a form really a kind of a shape. Yeah, so if not, yeah, you can do a style like the center parting, like Korean style right now, or normally what I'll do is I'll just comb it up this way. Yeah. Yeah, so don't worry, you can also let your hair down, the Korean style, like this way. You want to do it. Yeah. Yeah, so if I let my hair down, I don't think you can see my scalp at all. Yeah. So I think yeah. So not I think actually, I know it's very good. Yeah. And so I intend to keep my hair longer. I want to either comb this way, side parting, or I might have some days I might want just to Korean style, go center parting. Yeah, for me, I do not wax my hair, or I do not put any gel or hairsprays. So I will just, what I'll do is that normally after shower, right, while my hair is still wet, I don't really towel dry, so I let it still have some water in my hair, and then I'll just wear my hair band just like that, so that I'll hold it up, and later I can just let it have a formal shape. Yeah, so my hair will be standing up. So if not, I can just let it go, and I can just let it natural dry, uh, and I'll do a center parting. Yeah. Yeah, so right now you can't really see. Yeah. Okay, I want to share on what I did after the hair transplant. Yeah, so I did not go out for the 10 days. I did not go sightseeing while I was in Korea. I did not go have dinner in restaurants or drink, or no go shopping. The only day that I did was on the last day after I went for my I removed a hair skip. Yeah, so the 10 day will have. So the first day of the hair transplant, it ended quite late. It ended about, I think, 9 plus. Yeah, it was quite late. Yeah, and I headed back to my Airbnb. My Airbnb was only 5 minutes walk to the clinic. Yeah, so I'm very grateful to Motion as well, because it was very late and they actually bought dinner for me as well. So went back. We got the bandages here, so you will have a bandage at the back of your head, and then I'll go back home and sleep. Yeah, I sleep on the bed. Yeah, so on the bed before you leave for your hair transplant, I would recommend to have those disposable trash bag, clean ones. So first of all, you will wrap the pillow that you sleep on, and you have any pillows beside, if you want to avoid from lying on your side during the night. Yeah, you need to wrap those two, as well as behind the below the pillow that you sleep on. Yeah, so this is to avoid any discharge, but it's okay the first day, with all the bandages, you absorb all any discharge from the back. Yeah, then but on the second day, you go back to the clinic, you remove the bandage here, and they'll wash it, and they'll wash your front as well. And after that, uh, they'll give you this kind of, I'm not sure what kind of those cap called. You wear it, and then it's safe, but then you just cover here, and you don't have to press down. It's to protect your hair, your grafts, from the exposure of any rain or any harsh sunlight. Yeah, but I do not wear those. Yeah, because I just don't want to take the risk of touching my hair or removing them. Yeah, in the process, if I accidentally brush against them too hard. Yeah, so second day after washing, yeah, I head back to my Airbnb. Is air conditioned. I have the washer. I'm able to cook there. Yeah. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention. So before the procedure, so I arrived before the procedure that evening. I went to a supermarket. I bought a week of worth of groceries. I bought pork. I bought veggies like tomatoes, mushroom, egg, and some fruits. Yeah, so that could last me for a week. Yeah, so the Airbnb will also have a fridge. That's where I kept it all inside. There's freezer, there's a chiller, so I can keep all the stuff to last a week. Oh yeah, I also bought rice. Yeah. So if you notice in my previous videos, yeah, I showed the food that I ate. So I ate soup daily, boiled egg. Oh yeah, I bought bread and jam as well. Yeah, so pardon me because it's been a year, so sometimes I couldn't really recall all the things that I bought. Yeah. Okay, so after the next day, after removing the night that you sleep, right? I forgot this, that what I wanted to also mention is you need to put an absorbent towel behind your back while you sleep. The reason is because with all the pressure, lying down on the back, because after the hair transplant, you're supposed to sleep straight. Yeah, so I know that some of the videos, from other clinics, they will ask you to sleep maybe 45 degrees, lying down 45 degrees and sleep. Motion mentioned that is you can sleep flat. Yeah, don't sleep on the side. The reason is because when you sleep on the side, right, you might hit your head, or lie on the grass and damage them. Yeah, so you need to sit straight, like like a vampire in a coffin. So but I'm used to it. It's because I'm used to sleeping just straight on my bed, and I don't move when I sleep, so I'm okay. I'm fine with that. So back to the cloth, right? You need to put behind. You need to make sure that it's absorbent, because there'll be lots of discharge. Yeah, so you need to be absorbent so they can absorb it. So next day when you wake up, right, so you will need to wash your cloth, because you'll be filled of with not pus, some discharge, and as well as blood. Yeah, so you need to wash it. And not every day I will routinely go to the clinic. I'll visit them between 9 to 10 a.m. The reason is because it's one thing is because they're packed daily. Yeah, they have to the staff have to perform hair transplant for patients. Yeah, so normally they recommend me to go before 10. Yeah, so to beat the crowd. Yeah, so and it's also good because during the early hours the sun is not that strong. Yeah, so it doesn't heat up, and it doesn't damage the grass of this. Also, you don't perspire when you're walking to and fro. Yeah, so going to, if you perspire, is okay because it's going to wash it anyway. But going back, hopefully, if it's the weather is good, right? Then and it's not too far, right? Then you will not perspire. So every day when I to and fro to the clinic, I do not wear the cap. I just like expose. Yeah, so to me is I just want to avoid any chance of the cap that would damage the grounds, just brushing against it. Yeah, so that I do not wear it. Yeah, so that the daily routine until the 10th day, whereby I'll go back and remove the scabs. Yeah, so as the days go by, right, the scab will form on there's like crust, like you form the part that has been hair transplant. Yeah, so I remember all this area, right, all this area will have all the scabs. Yeah, then they'll just remove it. Yeah, so have faith in them. The licensed nurse, yeah, they are trained. They will wash it. Yeah. So I had my hair transplant done by the head doctor, Dr. Park. Yeah, so I would recommend, if you want to go to motion clinic, yeah, to choose a request for Dr. Park. Yeah, so I saw his name is on his uniform is Park, but I know they all address him as Park, Pakh. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, so again, if you go to motion clinic, request to Kim for Dr. Park for the hair transplant. Yeah. So what I touch on right now is on before, even before you go to the hair transplant procedure. So one thing is, the clinic doesn't pressurize you, when you're there for hairline design, but I would recommend before, during your first conversation, or subsequently, before the hair transplant, right, what you do is that you take those eyebrow pencil that your wife or girlfriend, or even you can just go to the pharmacies or shopping centers to purchase them. What you do, you draw them. I mean, draw the hairline that you want. Yeah, the temples here, and then how straight you want it to be. Yeah, you can draw a straight line, but it's okay because during the procedure, right, they definitely will not draw just a straight line. They'll have some bumps here, like what you see here. Yeah. So the reason why I draw this is because, first of all, at home, like, you are not under pressure, and you can decide what kind of hairline that suits you, because you can take a look in the mirror, take your time, look at all the angles that you want, and then you can draw it. And then you can try, a straight line, slightly receding, some of the points that you want to be lower. Yeah, you can do it what you want. And then you can ask your friends or maybe your family members what you think of it. Yeah, and most importantly is you like the hair design. So no point going to a hair design, to determine in some clinics, like in Turkey, they don't allow, they decide the hair design for you. Yeah, so that's not what I want. So I wanted this. I want to be straight, like before, when I was still younger. I want to have those young look. Yeah. So you can see, mine is bit here, and then it's straight, and then back to this. I still remember, in the past, my hair was, I think, until receded as back high as here, so I brought down, I think, quite a bit. The reason why I had that low, brought down more, is because I had a transplant in Singapore. I forgot how many grafts, I think 1,000. Yeah, but it was very poor, very, very poor. So it was so poor such that, there's some hair here and hair here, but it's too sparse. And I also did not take medication. And initially I took finasteride. Yeah, it did help a bit, but finasteride, right, I still realized that my hairline was still going up, but it's very slow. But the problem is, after some time, my last time girlfriend, right, yeah, now my wife, yeah, she had some concern because of the side effects. So she insisted me to stop taking the medicine, so my hair receded. And you know, it looks so weird. And to avoid that, right, I will shave my hair daily. I must shave, because in the morning when I bathe, right, after I shampoo, I'll use a shaver to shave this area. And to also avoid that, right, my hair is always down flat like that, always flat. It's a single style, only one style that I can't comb my hair up, because even if I shave, right, you can see, you know, the imprints of the hair, the grafts here, very sparse one, but you can see, you know, just like the beard here, like here. And then, you know, as day go along the day, right, you know, hair will grow. Yeah, you can see it's slightly growing up. Yeah, so it look very weird if I do not cover it. Yeah, so my hair is always down like this in the past. My hairline, my hair design previously was always this. Yeah. So I do not smoke, so it's a good thing for hair transplant. They ask you not to smoke and drink. I do drink a bit. Yeah, so before the for the hair transplant, actually I did not drink for at least, I think, 6 months, or I think it was even longer, close to a year. And then after that, right, I also did not drink, uh, and I also did not smoke, and I did not do any exercises. Yeah, I did not go swimming. Yeah. So let me take a look. I think I still have the list from Motion. Let me find it. Ah, found it. Yeah, it is. I still kept it. So they give you this booklet. This booklet will teach you, will show you in some Korean, right? So they'll show you the results, like before, after. All these are Korean, so I do not understand. But they also have an English version. So first thing first is they show you all the medication you take. You know, this ice pack, they give ice pack, you know, to put forehead, because after that, you know, the anesthesia, the medicine will flow down, and you know, this for you to massage your face, so that you will not be swollen. And the mist, yeah, this is the mist, because I went during the close to summer season, so we don't really need. Yeah, so this is only for winter. I think it's December. Yeah, and then, you know, there's some precautions. Also, these, you know, the precautions, you know, like I mentioned, you know, rub the scalp. Oh yeah, do not wash your hair with hot water, all this. Yeah. Okay, so like this, you should not do any hand exercises for a week. You should not drink and smoke for 2 weeks. You can shampoo by yourself 2 days later. Yeah. So yeah, yeah, I wanted my hair transplant, you know, to be very successful. So for the hair wash, right, I went back every day. And you know, before I went for Motion, right, I did ask some Turkey clinics And I was checking with them, oh, do you have this daily wash service? Yeah, so most of them, in fact all of them, they say no. Yeah, and yeah, so no strenuous exercise all this. So like, when they recommend things, so I do a few more, go further, not doing more exercises, like even like, I think they said after the third week, or after a month, if I'm not wrong, you can go and swim. But for me, I didn't go even up to, 6 months. Yeah, and like, they'll say that, after the clinic, after the hair transplant, I think the third day the grass should be, anchored in, and you can, go sightseeing. Yeah, but for me, no, I stayed actually for 10 days, right? I stayed in the hotel, I'm sorry, in the Airbnb. So the Airbnb, what I did is, because I'll do my work there. I'll watch YouTube, I'll take a rest. Yeah, and you must drink lots of water. Yeah, I think that during that 10 days, right, every day, I think I drank, let me see, 4 5 liters of water. So I'll be going to the toilet, to flush away all the medicine as well. Yeah. Yeah, so before I go, I recommend that, you all to uh, go to motion clinic, but choose Dr. Buck or Park for your surgery, for your hair transplant surgery. Yeah, decide where, what your hairline design before the hair transplant, and discuss on the grafts that you want. If you want to denser, you can check if you can have more grafts. Oh, and I almost forgot, after hair transplant, you must continue with your medication. I'm taking right, and right. If I convert back to SGD, right, I think it's about 36 Sing dollars. That is for a box. I think it's 30. Then that's about, if you take daily, is uh that will last a month. But in Singapore, right, I don't think it's hard to get to Tesseract, but finasteride is available in the normal general practitioners, the clinics, and you can't buy off shelf. You need to have prescribed by them, and it's very expensive. I think one box is 100 plus. Yeah, and like, some people, after them, they do micro needling, laser, uh and what you call that, Rogaine. Yeah, those topic. Yeah, for me, because prior to the hair transplant, actually, you know even before I got to know about the hair transplant, right, I used Rogaine, all this. Yeah, but first of all, Rogaine, right, you must apply twice a day, and it is, you make your hair dry. Yeah, so and a bit dry, and initially you'll be oily. Then after that, when it dries, right, your hair will look very dry. That's what I felt. And it takes time. You need to massage in, use your fingers here, and then you massage. Yeah, so because I know I'm lazy, and I will definitely not be able to follow that routine. So that was why, my my thoughts were, after hair transplant, I just want to take a medication, because medication, just go to take out a pill, pop in your mouth. Yeah, less than 10 seconds. Yeah, and that's it. Yeah, I don't go through a hassle, massage, all this. Yeah, so yeah, the shampoo that I'm using right now is Johnson & Johnson baby shampoo. It's well, it is meant for kids. And you don't need to spend those money to use those expensive uh hair hair thickening, uh hair fall control shampoos, which are very expensive. Some of them can cost $30 over, or even more. But Johnson in Singapore, right, one bottle can last more than a month is only less than $10. I do, yeah, so I don't go for those shampoos that are uh expensive. Yeah. Yeah, so hair transplant medication, to me, that's enough. Yeah. And again, medication is very important. It's not to prevent. Okay, definitely your planted hair, it's just like, the natural cycle, your hair will drop. Yeah, but they normally pick from the back, but the drop rate is much lesser. So the medication, first of all, is to avoid your native hair. So for example, if these are all my planted hair, for example, if I do not take medication, because my dad, his hair will thin. It is not totally bald, but you can see it's thinning. Uh, you can see the difference between the thick and those thinning hair, but not bald. It's like somewhere in between. Yeah, so you need to take those to make sure that your native hair retains. Because if not, right, like what I mentioned in the past, right, I stop, and then all this will become very thin, and then you have thick hair, so it look very red. Yeah, so that is to mainly is for your native hair to stay strong. Yeah, and make it look good. Yeah, so this is my hair. Yeah, I'm happy with the results. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, so I would highly recommend for a hair transplant, but look for a good doctor. But doesn't mean that you need to go to motion. So there are many doctors out there. Again, the clinic might have a very good reputation, but it doesn't mean all the doctors are good. So check out the clinic and check out the doctors, and select the good doctor. So again, for motion clinic, I would recommend to pick Dr. Park, who's the head doctor. Okay, I think that's all I want to share for this video. Let me know if you have any questions. You can reach out to me using Instagram chat. Yeah, and then from there we can chat. I can share any videos or photographs that you want to see. Okay, we're glad I have this hair transplant, and you are going to motion clinic. Hope you will have good results as well. And to reach out to me if you want to check with me for any other recommendations or advice that I have. Yeah. Thank you, everyone. See ya.